Hi everyone, so today we're starting some cool seeds. I started these seeds last year. They're very slow to germinate, so I'm starting them early this year. Check it out. Amaranth, Love Lies Bleeding. And you can see I marked on there 6 weeks for germination. And Joseph's Coat. So we're going to see how many seeds we have, and I've already started pre-potting up the little 9-ups, and I'm going to fill them up, and then I will show you the seed. And I'm going to start with opening the Love Lies Bleeding. Let's see how many flowers are in there. Now it says 75 to 90 days for maturity, and I found last year when I grew these, they were very slow to germinate, and so let's start them a little bit earlier this year and see how they do. Planting depth is about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. Thin 18 to 24 inches. They like sun to part shade. Height 3 to 5 feet for these. The back of a border. 7 to 14 days to germinate. Can't put them out till after frost. They do not recommend starting them indoors, but I am gonna because I just found them very slow. And oh my God, can seed get any smaller? Holy Toledo. I don't remember it being this small last time. I must be getting old or something. That is nuts. This may not be the best way to germinate it on a big tray like this. There's no way I can single out that seed. I think we're going to do this in a different tray. All right, so I'm going to fill this tray up. I think this will be easier to work with for seed that fine, and then I'll just spread it out. I tend not to be patient when it comes to seed quite that small. It's just going to be a nightmare to get it right. So we will try to spread them as thin as we can in this tray and go that route for germinating these. I'm just going to fill this in, and we'll do half and half. Half will be Joseph Coat and half will be Love Lies Bleeding. I'm getting itchy. Itchy. Get some more soil in here. Just about there. So that's what happens when you run into seeds that are that small. I'm going to take that seed like this, and I'm just going to do half the container. Do that. That's much easier going that route and pressing them in so they make contact. And then I'm going to put my tag in, and that was Love Lies Bleeding. So my tag, and into the end. Then, so I know where I left off, I'm automatically going to put my Joseph Coat in there. And we're going to look at this here. That's this one. Isn't that pretty? I'm just going to open this. Oh, no packet in here. Okay, so you can see these are just as bad, only except they're darker. So I'm not even going to take them out of the package to do this, and I'm just going to come through carefully sprinkle them. And I know I got a whole pile in one spot, so I'm just going to take them and use my fingers to kind of separate them out. All right, that is Joseph Coat, and Joseph's Coat is going to be Blazing Whirl, a fantastic color. Great in containers, edging, mass planting. It can be planted as a specimen plant, so you could put it probably in a pot, celebrate with the fireworks, a spectacular centerpiece, or heat and drought tolerance, are perfect for my climate, because we're prairies, we tend to be dry and warm, or hot. We're dry heat though, like we're not moist heat, but lately we've been getting more rain than we ever used to before. Minimal fertilizing required, only if the plants look dull. They're 1/8 to sow for depth, thin 14 to 20. They like sun, height 28 to 36 inches, 7 to 14 days to germinate. Put them out after frost. And you can start them 4 weeks before last frost. Well, I'm starting them earlier because they're super small and I prefer them to be a bit bigger in the flower beds when they go out. They have a better chance of handling any changes we have in weather. So that is it for sowing them. I'm just going to put the cover, I'm going to mist them actually first, and then I'm going to put the cover on. Just because they're so fine, I want to make sure they've got good contact. So I just have my mist bottle here. You can see. Just a fine mist. This mist bottle works good once I get it going. It's just a big thing to get it going when it's on an angle. Eventually I'll get a battery operated one. Make this job a bit easier. All right, that is done and we'll put the dome on. And under the grow lights they go. So this is where I start most of the seeds that require a grow light, is right here, because they get the under counter mount. And then once they get bigger, I move them to a table with a floor lamp that has grow lights in it. So it will stay here now until they germinate, so I can keep an eye on the moisture levels. Over here, you can see the lavender is very, very slow to come up, but it's coming. And you can see the snapdragons are doing really well and super thick. So that's going to be a job to thin them out, but hey, it's all worth it. I hope you enjoyed that video. Last year I started those seeds and they were extremely slow to take off. In fact, they never got very big. And I did use them in arrangements, so they were handy that way. But this year I wanted some stately tall plants in the back of the border. So I'm hoping that I can get these going now that I have grow lights and a better setup, and that they'll produce and I'll be able to show you how well they do. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.